Alright, I did a little bit of racing without recording it. I mean, I was recording some after pausing the end of part one, but I got a phone call from a friend, so I had to cancel the recording. And now this is the official beginning of part two. Funny thing I just noticed, there's an A Silvestri in third. I wonder if that's a reference to Alan Silvestri. It would be amusing if they had him in a DeLorean, but I think I passed him already, and I didn't see any DeLoreans. There's a lot of great movies that have Alan's music in there. Not just Back to the Future, but there's also Lilo and Stitch, the 1998 remake of The Parent Trap, or even before Back to the Future, there's a really cool TV show with some great disco songs. Some of them, I guess, were already composed or written by John Barry, this one guy that worked on the music before Alan, because he was pretty much there since season one. Alan started with season two, but he's got a lot of great songs. You go on YouTube and watch a few other videos, listen to his music, you'd love it. Especially the season two soundtrack. I mean, I like season 5. That's my favorite episode of Chips. Not because of the music in there, but also because of the stories that they have. There's a lot of great moments I like, especially this one episode, Bomb Run, which takes place at an air show. These criminals, they actually try to steal money that's stashed in this World War I plane called the Tiger Moth. And just seeing all those planes in general is a lot of fun. While we're on the subject of, well, not really Back to the Future, I mean, I did mention it earlier, but since I mentioned that, I bet you one of my friends, the Ja Leonard, or July Leonard, as he's known here, he's known as the Ja Leonard on DeviantArt, though. I'm good friends with him on there. He's a big Back to the Future fan. He's probably going to be watching this video and be like, hey, I got to buy this game so I can get a DeLorean. He's got some pretty good artwork, too. I'd say everything's going pretty good here now. Not spinning out of control like it did on the last lap. That went really well. There might also be a couple of moments where it seems like I'm in a higher gear than I should be. Like, if I'm going around a turn and I'm in fourth gear instead of third, that's because of my tread, the tire wear that I keep getting. And that was my fault when I hit that Toyota. I didn't mean to. Whoop. Just lost control there. That one guy sounded pretty happy though when he was singing, I can't take this anymore. I don't think my Corvette can take this anymore if I keep screwing up like that. Oh, shit. The shadow from that helicopter scared me. I thought another car was going to run into me or something. Oh, Somebody Is Waiting. That's the name of this song. I've heard it before. I like part of it. It's just that sometimes, either when I'm talking in one of these videos or if I'm not talking while not recording a video, just having fun doing something race, the engine might be too loud and sometimes I can't hear what it's saying. I must be honest though, this car's made out of fiberglass. I mean, all Corvettes are, so I'm surprised that the front end is dented and not cracked. That's another interesting fact to remember about the Corvette, is the very first production car to be made entirely out of fiberglass when it began production in 1953. I know some people, they'd probably prefer metal or steel, like some of the older cars from that era, but fiberglass and plastic in some occasions, it actually makes the car lighter, save fuel, less weight. And of course, you don't want to forget about those crumple zones. I mean, it would also be nice to have a car that would not crumple up, but you also have to remember the lack of safety in designs like that. Unless you're going really slow, like 10 or 5 miles an hour, then you have nothing to worry about. Oh, fuck. We should be okay for a few more laps. I was considering pitting now, but I'm going to wait a few more laps, maybe around 23 or 25. Or I should say 24, because 25, that might be too long. It just makes me wonder. I mean, I'm sure some people would agree with me, but there might also be a few people that will be like, oh, there's enough cars. You should focus more on these things here and there. But I think it would be nice if we had more variety in classic cars. I mean, we got so many Corvettes and Mustangs, you might as well try and get a few other variety in cars too. Like, we should probably have more Firebirds, more Camaros. It'd be even nice to see a few other cars from that area, maybe even older, like I think I already mentioned the Thunderbirds, but even a few more Porsches, Buicks, Bel Airs. I think a lot of people would be really happy to see that. Or just more variety from Chevrolet in general, because while I do like the Corvettes and Camaros, it's kind of boring to see that these are the only two cars you can drive. I mean, I know there's different models and years of these cars, but at the same time, if we had the Nova, like in Gran Turismo 6, they had really good variety. You could drive the Nova, the Chevelle, the El Camino. Or maybe go for some of those random cars that you don't typically see on a racetrack. Like, I remember seeing the Honda Odyssey as a car you could drive in some of the older Gran Turismo games. Like, maybe try and do the same thing here with other manufacturers. Like, imagine somebody driving a Suburban, or maybe one of those Jaguar SUVs or other minivans. Like, imagine Chrysler. Imagine if you saw more Chryslers or the Dodge Neon. I know some people are probably going to be disgusted in the comments, like, no, you don't want those cars here. Yes, you do. That's what made Gran Turismo so good. The older games, anyway. I mean, this is still pretty good, but I find the variety of cars in 4, 5, and 6 to be superior, you know? I mean, 6 and 5, they may have had more cars than in 4, but there were also a few cars in 4 and 5 that I really like that you don't see in 6. Like this one British car, the Ginetta G4. Really cool sports car. There's another Alfa Romeo I really like. That's another cool 60 sports car. The 63 Giulia Sprint Speciale. I remember seeing that for the very first time after watching Cars 2 in 2011. And I thought to myself, with the rear of the car, like the tail lights and everything, to me, that looks more like, a lot like Finn McMissile. Especially if you painted it in the grayish blue. Now, I know Finn McMissile is supposed to be based off the Aston Martin DB5. I mean, you can see that with his British accent and a few other parts of his design, but there's a few other things that remind me more of the Alfa Romeo. Look on Google, type in 1963 Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint Speciale. Have them side by side with Finn McMissile, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Might not be the entirety of the car, but you'll see a few similarities here and there. Meanwhile, I got distracted again by my own ranting, or that wasn't really a rant, but the way I was talking. Oh, it's the Lancer again. He's the guy in second. Seriously, I gotta pay better attention to see what... Oh, I think I see now. It's that white car. I mean, I doubt A stands for Alan, but that's who I'm going to refer to the third place driver from now on. I should say how, not who. That's how I'm going to refer to the third place driver. Alright, I think now would be a good time to pit. Looking at the wear I've received on the left rear tire, I don't want to take any risks. I'm sorry if the horn annoys you guys. I just love listening to it. Alright, I'm probably going to regret going 184 in that section of track. Nope, that went well. Now, where's the end? Ah, here it is. I was worried I passed it already, but thankfully, we are safe. Alright. Put that. I'm a little surprised. I thought I was going to have to refuel, but it says I got 15 laps worth of fuel remaining, and we're at 25 right now. I guess it's a good thing I didn't fully upgrade this car, because more horsepower, you typically burn more fuel. And I also made this car lighter, too. I did all the upgrades to make this thing as light as possible. Body weight, I should say. Because I know there are a few other parts that improve your performance while also weighing less compared to the original stock parts. But I don't know if I got all of those. I got a little distracted by my phone there. Good thing I was on the straightaway. And there's another red car. You know, I just thought of another interesting idea for a custom race. I got the idea from thinking of this one Season 2 episode of American Top Gear with Tanner Faust and Adam Ferrara. There was one episode where they were drag racing each other. Tanner had a Ferrari 458, while Adam decided to go for the Corvette. But before the race, he had a lineup of all the Corvettes in production from that time. He had like the 1953 Corvette and everything in between from then and 2011. I think he also had a 57 Cadillac escorting all the cars. Oh, so that's what Silvestrie's driving. He's not in the Sylvia, he's in a Porsche. But hey, if I was a rich musician that had a lot of good songs and a variety of good movies, I would probably drive a Porsche too. But at the same time, it would also be nice to have a Corvette. In my train series on Fan Pop, I had my character SB. Try and guess what the initials stand for with him. But anyway, SB, he got a replica of a 1970 Corvette. So even though the car was brand new, it looked exactly like one of the C3 cars. Yeah, this time the contact between the Lancer was my fault there. I was going a little too fast. Okay, now he's pissed off at me. That one hit's fine, but if he hits me again, then I'll retaliate. Shit. I thought even with the damage done to my bumper that I would be okay and make that turn. Oh, fuck. We're really scratched up there. At least the damage went away. Well, not all of it. I still have one tire that's expressing its agony by trying to make my car go left when I don't want it to. Okay, I'm done with the horn, I promise. I will not bother you guys ever again with that. That was a lot better than last time. Whoop. Just 7 more laps to go. So this might already be down in the description below, but I already recorded this before uploading my Daytona race with the Mustang. The Daytona 500 minus 450. So if there's any other requests that you guys left in that video, I will do that in the next race. Unless I have another video that's been uploaded or recorded, or that I'm recording before uploading this, then I'll do in the race after that. And I should get my Mach 1 Mustang Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds to do something like this. This looks like a fun track to drive on in that car. Then again, I feel like any car you drive, you'd have a fun time here. Unless it's the Beetle or the 500, you'll probably be struggling up the hill to go even 50 miles an hour. I mean, I'm not much of a big fan of the Beetle. I like the newer ones between 2000 and the final Beetle that was produced in 2019. When it comes to old-fashioned Volkswagens, though, I'm a bigger fan of the Bus and Karmann Ghia. I know that might sound weird. I mean, they have the same engine as the Beetle, but just something about the way those cars look, I think they're better than the Beetle. I'm never going to get tired of doing that. That was a lot of fun cutting that one corner there and going through the sand and the grass. I think my next custom race, unless it's something different from the request that I get from one of the other YouTubers out there, but if I don't get any requests, I think my next race will be off-road, because I'm just having so much fun going in the grass and whatnot. It'd be nice to try and do the Focus. I like to drive that car. I haven't had the chance to do that yet. I mean, I've got it. I just haven't had the chance to upgrade it and just do anything with it. And I just noticed earlier in part 1, I was talking about beating my previous lap time of 125, and there I see I did that just now with 122. Oh, damn it. Actually. Well, at least we're almost at the end. As I said earlier, I would have preferred a bigger challenge from these cars. I mean, I did set it to professional for a reason. That's why I think next time I do a race with this car or anything in general, I'll either do one make or just choose cars from my own garage. Whoop, hang on. There we go. One was a little slower than I anticipated there, but I had to hit the brakes so I wouldn't spin out of control. Going in the grass there was unintentional. All right, that was pretty good. As I said earlier, hitting the e-brake or tapping the e-brake button comes in handy sometimes when you feel like you're doing a turn too fast. Hold on to it too long and it just makes things worse. I didn't have to that time. But you may have noticed earlier, I had to on a couple of occasions. Ooh. I should have known that was going to happen. But to be honest, I'm surprised I even went that fast. 187? You can probably see the circle for the e-brake when I tap it. I mean, it's just for a short time, but it's there. It's the series of circles to the right of the fuel gauge. Like, you can already see one thing that turns red on occasion, but it's usually white. The e-brake is the top right circle, which I'm going to hit now. You see that turns white. And I like, too, how your engine's revved up, you got high RPM, and all of a sudden it immediately goes lower once you hit the e-brake. It's like, Alright, that was a lot better than last time. I didn't spin out of control, and yet I still hit 187. I think it must be the draft from the other cars, because there weren't any other cars in front of me earlier when I was on that curve. And fastest I could do was 184. That tire squeal, I don't know why. Maybe I've been watching too much gameplay footage of Driver or Driver 2, but that tire squeal reminded me of when you used the handbrakes in that game. No Corvettes in the first two Driver games, but I know Driver San Francisco, that seemed to be the most popular game of the franchise. I know you got a Corvette in there. They also have the 500 and the Beetle. But I just wish Gran Turismo, I mean, I know they did this with the newer Beetles at the time. They had the new Beetle as like a normal car, but here, you can only get it as a race car. The only production car for people not racing is the 66 Beetle. Why can't we do the same thing with the new Beetle? Or as I said earlier, with the Corvette, Camaro, Mustang, and Firebird and Thunderbird, try and get some more variety in a couple of more models. I mean, I know the body of the Beetle was more or less the same from like 1938 or 1937 when it began production. Could have been 38. I might be wrong. I mean, I know it says Volkswagen was created in 1937 by the Nazi forces when they had the German Labor Front. But I think the very first Beetle was created by Volkswagen in 38. I'll have to double check on that, unless you guys leave me a comment down below. I'll be happy to read whatever you guys have down there. So pretty much, yeah, the Beetle from 1937 to like the mid-90s or whenever the new Beetle was created was pretty much the same. Especially in Germany. They had the old style of the Beetle in production until 2003. Well, that's an interesting way to conclude this race. Goes sideways and recover just to go down here and finally cross the finish line. I know it wasn't entirely perfect, but $82,000, that's just perfect to help me have an easier time upgrading this car for the next episode of Roddock's Lap Attack. Now we're at 96, and we're probably going to get more money since I got this ticket. Let's see what we got. First, I got to remember to save my picture. I think it was on lap 13 is when I went psycho and landed on... Well, I didn't land, but I got the car on two wheels. So let's see. Lap... Doesn't say what lap we're on. Hide replay menu, change camera target, replay options. I don't think that's going to help. Alright, just keep doing what we can here. It's also a little amusing too how, oh, it's not doing it now, but I found it amusing when it had the same camera angle. Like here and then. Not doing that there. This might be the lap though. Nope. That's not it either. We're getting towards that spot, though. I think one more here should do the trick. Alright, give it a few more seconds. Nope, that's not it. Oh, rough hit. Nope. Damn it. You know what? I'm just going to end the video here. I don't want to bother you guys with me spending a whole hour in the replay just to find this one clip. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode, or whatever I decide to do in this game.